Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm your host, Corin Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. We have a good one for you, so let's swing right into it. Senior middle blocker Carly Evetts blocked off some time to hang out with us this week. The Canyon native has wasted no time making a name for herself in the maroon and white. So let's hear from the rock star herself on how she slams 10-footers and becomes every blocker's worst nightmare.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today. I want to first dive into your background. You're a Canyon native. You graduated from Canyon High School. Then you jumped over to a couple other places, Odessa, California, and then you came back to your roots. So what has that process been like, going, seeing the world a little bit, and then coming back?
Kind of like we were just talking about, it's really fun to step away from your hometown for long enough to be able to appreciate it. I think that I grew a lot as a person. There's a lot of things that I held on to when I found like new cultures and stuff, and then there's a lot of stuff I let go of. So when I came back here, I think I just had a growth in my appreciation for this town. Like, this is a really good town. So
You grew up right down the road from the box. Did you come watch WT volleyball games?
no. I came like once or twice in like junior high maybe, but no, not really.
Has it been a dream of yours to come here and play?
Not specifically. So I went to a camp here when I was when I was in like 7th grade, and I remember I was asking each one of the girls if any of them made B team, because I made B team in 7th and 8th grade, and I just remember all of them would say that they made A team, and every time I was just like lower and lower, and I was like, there's no way. So pretty much my dream was to play in college anywhere, because I kind of didn't think I could do it, and so they kind of inspired me to want to play in college. Like, they were my first look at like college sports.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, now you're a dominant middle, arguably one of the hardest positions on the court. I'll vouch for you on that one. I can remember the first time I watched you hit a 10-footer. I was covering you guys. I think it was the practice right before you left for the regional tournament last year. And you slammed the 10-footer, and then you turned around, and you just were so calm and collected. I've seen you do it a few times on the broadcast too with the same reaction. Are you that cool and collected on the inside, or is there like a little voice screaming, oh my gosh, I just did that, let's go crazy?
There's definitely a voice. I think I just don't show it very well, which I've been working on showing it more, but no, that's my favorite thing to do, is get a kill, get a block, and so I'm freaking out on the inside.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I think it's important for a team to have, the girls that go rowdy and crazy, and then the girls that kind of balance them out and are steady. How do you feel having that mentality kind of elevates your game?
I think, just like you said, it is important, because no matter how we're doing, there's somebody, I hope that I can be someone to look to, and I'm always kind of the same, and so it's like, oh, we must be okay, if some people are like more visually freaking out. That's how our other middle, Tatum, is too. Like, we're both pretty balanced, I would say.
Yeah. Y'all are very quiet personalities, but just monstrous play. It's really, really fun to watch. Regardless of the different personalities on the team, I've noticed there's one thing that is consistent about you guys, and all the same. You champion one another, you support one another, and I think that's really important for a team to have. What has been your favorite part about getting to play with this group of girls?
People say it a lot about this team, but the culture is just so different, because it really is love. There's no cliques, there's no like groups, there's no othering of people, you know what I mean? So it's love, and I think when it comes down to the end of these games, when it's like 22-24, which we've seen a lot already this season, there's not a lot of worry, there's not a lot of division, and I think like that love is what pulls us through to get those wins.
There's been a lot of talk, you guys are ranked very, very high in the nation, you're reigning national champs. You guys have a target on your back. How do you and how does the team handle that?
I think the strategy there is presence. We do a gratitude board before every practice, that. And so it brings us back to being present in the moment. And then when it comes to games too, we're not looking ahead past the game that's right in front of us. That's a consistent motive for us. And so I think that's the number one reason. Yeah.
Now, here through the grapevine, once you wrap up your career here, you aspire to play overseas. Talk a little bit about that.
I don't really know what to say about that. Volleyball is my favorite thing to do. I would always kind of wait to be burnt out, because everyone told me that's how I would feel. Never came. It's still my favorite thing to do. It's just fun, and so my coaches and Brooke too is just working to help me put together a highlight reel and just get that going wherever I can.
Is there a place you want to land? Just anywhere?
Yep.
You're willing to go anywhere. You have that spontaneousness about you, I can tell. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you the best of luck throughout the rest of the season. I'll be covering you. I'll be cheering you on. So again, thank you, and keep doing awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Carly, for coming and chatting with us. We really appreciate it. You can catch the Lady Buffs back in action tomorrow night against Midwestern, which is also Paint the Floor Pink Night. So come rocked out in your pink gear to support those who have or are currently battling from breast cancer. Then, once you are done rooting on the Lady Buffs, you can head over to Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium for this year's homecoming game, where the Buffs will take on Western New Mexico. The Buffalo Baseball Alumni Home Run Derby and game will also be this weekend, October 13th and 14th. Registration is open now, so to register or to learn more about those events, head over to our Go Buffs Go mobile app or gobuffsgo.com. Jumping over to WT Softball, they will be hosting Texas Tech on Sunday at Schaefer Park. So please go support them. I know they would greatly appreciate it. Cross country is nearing postseason. The men's and women's team will travel down to Portales, New Mexico to compete in the Lone Star Conference Championship on October 21st. Among the athletes competing are two National Athlete of the Week recipients, William Ampensah and Sarah Coombson. To learn more about everything I just talked about, you can head over to our Go Buffs Go mobile app or gobuffsgo.com. If you haven't already, please follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, X, and Facebook. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I hope everyone has an awesome homecoming weekend and enjoys all the athletic events. We will see you in 2 weeks. As always, thank you for tuning in. I'm Corinne Davis, and you're watching The Rundown.